During Christmas of 2016, we had planned our 25th reunion for our college batch, and we were also planning to go to Rajasthan for a tourism trip. So this was like a combination of both the trips together. I had couple of my friends who were accompanying me till Bhopal, where our reunion was there, and from there I was going to continue alone to Rajasthan for the tourism part of the trip. We started from our home in Bangalore at around 5 a.m. and we straight away drove towards Hyderabad, and we stopped at the Kamat Upchar restaurant in Chikkaballapur around 6:30 a.m. for our breakfast, and then we continued driving on the road. Around 8:30 we stopped at Hotel Blue Moon Highway Food Court just after Anantapur. It was just a half an hour break to stretch our legs and maybe have a cup of coffee. We left this place just after 9 o'clock. Around 11 o'clock we stopped at Bharti 97 Food and Fuel around Mehboob Nagar. This is a good place because there is a petrol bunk and a restaurant attached together. So we refueled our car and we also had a cup of tea and did our bio break and stretched our legs. It was around 45-minute break and then we continued on from there. Around 2 o'clock we stopped, we first stopped at a Reliance petrol bunk for a refuel, and then we stopped in Coffee Day in Nagulapalli for what would be our short lunch. It was around a 30-minute break. We had some sandwiches and a coffee, and then we continued on from there. Just after crossing the border into Maharashtra, we stopped at a small dhaba for our evening tea. This was a short, around 10-15 minute break. Just around 9 o'clock we arrived in Lee Meridian at Nagpur. We were going to stay the night here, and we checked in, we had our dinner, and we retired for the day. Day 2, our journey was only going to be up to Bhopal, and we were going to stay in Bhopal because that's where our reunion was happening. So we took it little leisurely. We started from the hotel after breakfast. Around 8:20 we left the hotel. Around 10:30 we stopped to refuel our car. Basically we drove all the way from Nagpur up to Baitul, and when the 4-lane highway finishes we stopped at a place. I think the place is called Shahpur. We stopped to refuel our car, and a couple of kilometers from there there is this hotel called Hotel Meghna. We stopped there for a tea and a bio break. It's a decent place to stop on this particular highway because there are not many good restaurant or hotel kind of facilities once you cross this place. We were in Bhopal around 2:30. I dropped my friends at Courtyard by Marriott, and then I went home to relax a little bit because in evening we had the reunion function. Um, so I went home, got freshened up, and then I was ready for the reunion. We had our reunion from 6:30 p.m. onwards. I joined the function at around 7 o'clock. I was there till late night around 11. I left a little early because next day, that is the day 3 of this trip, I was going to drive to Delhi and I wanted to get up early and start my journey. I left my home on day 3. I left my home at 6 o'clock. The destination for the day was Delhi. Around 9:45, just after Malthon, once I joined the national highway, I stopped at a dhaba uh, for my breakfast. This is a dhaba that I stop generally. To me, it looks a reasonably decent hygienic place. It's called Shri Radha Kunj Dhaba. Had a aloo paratha and chai and then continued on. This trip was just done just around couple of months after the demonetization that was done in India, and I was stopped just around Dholpur. This is a place which is at the boundary of couple of states. So there was a police checking going on to check if I am carrying some illegal currency. I didn't have any much cash, and they just kind of wasted my 15-20 minutes, and then I continued on from there. Just 10 minutes before 5 o'clock in the evening, I stopped at this food court that is in the middle of Yamuna Expressway. It was the shortest break for evening tea. Basically, I had a coffee and bio break, and then I continued. Just half an hour before 7 o'clock, I reached Noida. This is the place where I was going to stay for the night. So that is the end of this day's the part one of our Christmas 2016 trip. I kind of retired early because next day we are going to continue driving on the tourism sector of our trip. If you have watched this video and liked it, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified of any future videos that I might release. Thank you for watching.